Okay, so I'm pretty sure everybody here has seen a terrible website before with like tiny text and broken links and dated graphics and phone number that like goes nowhere. All the bad things about bad websites. Uh, it kind of makes you not want to go buy their product or services that they're offering. It kind of discourages you from going to eat at that restaurant, and that's not good. So I came up with this concept called digital handoff. It's essentially an online. Here, let me go to the next slide. Sorry. Let's see. So the way it works is first, it's digital. We operate in a digital space. We do web, we do video, and we do branding. The handoff is when we give the client who is a business owner a ready-to-go digital presence. It's going to be short and memorable, easy to say, easy to search, easy to remember. So SEO built in, and it is Houston-based. So it's going to be primarily based in Houston, but we are looking to expand outward into Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth areas as well. And then the people we serve are any small business owner or any business owner, really. It could be a restaurant owner, a life coach, a nonprofit, salon, personal trainer, photographers, you name it. Anybody who has a business in Houston, the goal of Digital Handoff is to make their presence known. We want to make them show up at the top of every search. We want them to be marketable, have a brand kit, a website, all of the things that would give their customers confidence in shopping with them or using their goods and services, essentially. Let's see. So for Digital Handoff, our mission statement is going to be that Digital Handoff exists to give Houston small business and independent creatives a professional and digital presence that they're proud of, a website that works, a video that tells their story, and brand identity that makes them look as good as they actually are. It's supposed to be accessible, professional, all in one, your one-stop shop, to eliminate having to go to different vendors. You can do everything here with Digital Handoff for your online presence, your website, your videography. And so the way this began was back in like 2011, I was interning at a radio station. I ended up becoming the PR director for the radio station. We had managed 6 stations. So my job was to come up with promotions and events, as well as write commercials for our sales team to present to their clients. So I got to start with a really strong start with creative storytelling. And then eventually, being the PR director, I had to do video content and website content as well. So all of that is kind of, I would say, the starting point for this. And before that, I did do some videography for fun, like as a hobby. And then eventually freelance work began. I started working for a few business owners here in Houston. I know I work primarily for somebody who owns multiple businesses, and I handle all the web and video for those businesses. And since then, for the past 2 years or so, I've been taking on other clients outside of my main clients. And now in 2026, we are working on launching Digital Handoff. It's going to be a bundled web, video, and branding all in one package in Houston, and then eventually expanding outward. So for our organization goals, for the short term, we want to launch Digital Handoff as a formal LLC in Houston. For year 1, ideally, we would launch 10 different projects or have 10 different clients. 20 would be the goal. 10 is the minimum. That's what we're aiming for year 1. And once we've done that, we'll hope to have a portfolio of over 20 different websites and videos. And managing that profit margin, we're looking at around $54,000 for the revenue of year 1. And just establishing a recurrent customer base, like returning clients. So I'll get into the pricing and structure in that a little bit after this to show you how that's going to work. But eventually, in the long term, we're looking to expand to Dallas and Austin, and then eventually even maybe outside of Texas. So another thing we want to do that's really important to me is I want people working with Digital Handoff to be able to feel good about who they're partnering with. So we want to do a donation of 5% of net revenue to Houston small business programs to help people start their small businesses and help Houston grow. So for the products and services, we offer 3 packages, starter, standard, and premium. As you can see on the screen here, starter includes a 5-page website, logo and brand guidelines design, content and copy for the website, and launch ready setup, which means it's good to go. The customer doesn't really have to do much of anything. And then we do train them on how to navigate the website as well and make it so that it's easy for them to make small changes if they want to. But also we offer a monthly content retainer package too. The range depends on what package they're going with. So $500 for the starter, $1,200 for the premium per month. Standard packaging includes all the features of the starter. It also includes one short form video produced by me, SEO setup, and 3 social media graphics. And then when you get to the premium package for $5,500, it includes all the features. The other two additional videos, a Google business profile, online shop setup, and email setup. And then values and beliefs. So digital handoff, obviously with any business, your primary goal is to make money, but I do have a lot of other things that are very important to me that I want to make sure all of our clients are aware of. And I just want them to feel good about their decision going with us, not only because of what they're getting, but because of what we stand for. So professional digital presence shouldn't be reserved for big brands. Every small business deserves a fair shot at being found online. And in Houston, Texas, there's over 100,000 small businesses, and over 60 to 70% of those do not have a good online presence or one at all. And we really want to build direct relationships with small business owners to get the word out there. Clients work with the actual creator, not an account manager, not a middleman. Transparency and trust built into every project. We also want to invest in our community. We want to help the Houston community grow. 5% of annual net revenue goes to Houston small businesses and development programs. And then we also want to make sure we just deliver really high quality content. High quality web and video work shouldn't cost $10,000. We deliver premium results at a price small businesses can actually afford and access. We operate based out of Houston. It's all remote work. So honestly, we can operate anywhere since everything we're doing is web and video. Most of that can all be done from home. Obviously, if we're doing videography, we have to go on location to shoot where the client is located at. But like I said, we're starting out Houston market for now, then going to expand further on down the road. See how we run. So right now, me, Phil, owner, creative director, I pretty much handle everything right now. The client workflow goes as follows. We do a discovery call, figure out what their needs are. Then, depending on everything that we've talked about on that call, we'll create a proposal and a contract. They'll sign the contract. Then the design and production process starts. We give them 2 revisions that they can do. If they don't like say the brand kit or the layout, we can do up to 2 revisions. And then after that, we launch it and hand it off to the customer, hence the name Digital Handoff. So the marketing plan for how we're going to get out there. 1, LinkedIn. It is what everybody uses. You can't get around it. If you want to be successful in business, you need to have a LinkedIn. So that's number 1. 2, social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the things. You have to, marketing yourself is half of the battle. So we have to be really vigilant about putting all of our content out there and updating things regularly. Cold outreach, target email and DM campaigns to local businesses with outdated or missing digital presence, pointing out, hey, I noticed your website has X, Y, and Z wrong with it. We don't want to give them too much information. We don't want to give them advice for free, but just let them know, hey, this could be better, essentially. Referral networks, Google Business, and portfolio demos would be the other 3 things that we're going to be using to market ourselves. And here's the reason why Digital Handoff wins over other competitors. So each sector has its own pros and cons. Like for instance, large agencies, not very affordable, but they have lots of freelancers and DIY platforms. Digital Handoff, affordable and has freelancers and DIY platforms. And as you see here on this chart, same thing. Large agencies, they do web and video bundles. See, oh, sorry, I misread that. Oop, 1 second. Okay, let's just go to the next slide. I can't. Why is it not moving? Okay, here we go. Cool. All right, projected financial statements. Year 1, we're hoping to make $54,500 in the first year. Like I said earlier in the presentation, we're going to have 10 to 20 clients in the first year. Depending on their packages that they purchase, that should be easily obtainable. And then year two, hopefully doubling that as our presence is more known and we've been marketing ourselves more. And then by year three, that would be the year that we plan to expand beyond just Houston and move towards Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so we're hoping to make around $167,000 by year three. Things that drive our growth would be just remote home office model that keeps overhead really low. We're not having to pay for really office spaces or renting a room or anything like that. Also, the monthly retainer packages we offer with people who, if they need us to continually update and add to their site, that's going to be an automatic monthly revenue we're getting without even getting a new client. And then, like I said, year three expansion. That's going to be, I think, the biggest growth is when we expand to other cities. And so just to end everything, we are not just building websites, we're handing businesses the tools to compete. 100,000 small Houston local businesses, one bundle. We cut out having to outsource to 3 different companies, one for web, one for video, one for branding. We do it all here, cut out the middleman, and projected to grow up to $167,000 by year 3. And that is Digital Handoff, ladies and gentlemen.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate y'all coming and watching my presentation today. It really means a lot to me. So thank all of you.
Yeah, of course.
Anytime, Phil.
It was great. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.